Hello there. I'm glad you're here. Maybe tonight you'll fall asleep, wondering how everything began from one spark smaller than a breath. The universe has waited billions of years to tell this story. It can wait for you tonight. You don't need to think or try. Just let the universe breathe for you. Feel the still air around you, safe and softly alive. Tonight, we drift through 100 surprising truths about the Big Bang, the quiet explosion that began it all. A moment that wasn't an explosion in space, but an expansion of space. No center, no edge, everywhere, all at once, 13.8 billion years ago. It began smaller than a grain of sand, hotter than thought, can hold a trillion degrees, the density beyond measure, where matter and energy were one bright field. Then a breath, and the universe began to expand. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. In the first fraction of a second, the Planck-time gravity separated from the other forces, and the fabric of space-time began to ripple. Each tiny vibration became a seed of galaxies, a pattern of what would one day glow. And as the temperature fell, matter began to imagine itself, creation born not from fire, but from cooling from the universe, learning how to rest. Somewhere, light continues to travel. The Big Bang did not happen in space. It created space itself. Every atom in your body was once part of that same singular breath. The cosmic microwave background, the afterglow of creation, still hums at 2.725 kelvins, just above absolute zero. The universe expands at roughly 73 kilometers per second for every megaparsec of distance. Though even that speed is a cosmic whisper of disagreement among scientists. 380,000 years after the beginning, the first light was released. Free photons scattering no more. You can rest now. Imagine it, a universe of pure plasma, too dense for light to move. Then slowly it cooled enough for atoms to form, for hydrogen to take its first breath, and for transparency to dawn. That moment, called recombination, was the first sunrise, a dawn without a star, the beginning of visibility. It's okay to drift. The light from that age still moves through space today, stretched thin by 13.8 billion years of expansion. Each photon now a faint radio whisper, a murmur of what once blazed white hot. Astronomers call it the cosmic microwave background, but it is truly a lullaby, the hum of everything that ever was. You can rest now. Every second, the universe expands by about 70 kilometers. For every 3 million light-years of distance, the energy of expansion outweighing the mass of all galaxies combined. Time itself began at the Big Bang. There was no before. Yet the seeds of quantum fluctuation that led to stars and galaxies may have existed as potentialities, even earlier, a breath held in the void. You here are one of its echoes. In the first microsecond, quarks and gluons danced in a dense soup. Protons and neutrons found each other stable at last. In the next 3 minutes, as the temperature fell to about 1 billion degrees, gentle by cosmic standards, hydrogen, helium, and traces of lithium were born. That brief moment of nuclear creation ended almost as soon as it began, leaving a cosmos, mostly empty, but heavy with possibility. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Somewhere in the darkness that followed, the universe slept. For nearly 100 million years, it was a fog of cooling hydrogen, no stars, no galaxies. Only the slow settling of gravity shaping invisible skeletons of structure. Then, the first stars ignited bright, massive, short-lived, each one a furnace turning hydrogen into heavier elements, scattering the dust that would one day become you. You can rest now. The first stars likely formed about 100 to 200 million years after the Big Bang. They were up to 300 times the mass of our Sunday. Their lives were brief, only a few million years, but their deaths seeded the cosmos with carbon, oxygen, and iron. From their ashes, galaxies like the Milky Way began to form. And even now, 13.8 billion years later, their starlight still drifts toward us, crossing the darkness at 300,000 kilometers per second. You can rest now. If you could see the early universe, not with eyes, but with calm understanding, you would see it shimmer like breath on glass. Galaxies swirling in embryonic spirals, filaments of dark matter stretching across billions of light years, gravity weaving structure into emptiness, forming what we now call the cosmic web, a vast invisible lace that binds all things. It's okay to drift. The largest known structure today, the Hercules Corona Borealis Great Wall, spans 10 billion light years, an unimaginable filament of galaxies. And yet, the forces that sculpted it trace back to fluctuations smaller than an atom amplified by inflation, that mysterious, faster-than-light expansion in the first 10 to the power of negative 34 seconds. During that infinitesimal moment, the universe grew from subatomic to cosmic size, a trillion times in less than a blink. The echo of that inflation may still ripple in gravitational waves, faint as thought, and someday we may listen to them. You can rest now. Inflation was the first heartbeat. It filled the universe with potential, a delicate balance between energy and emptiness. It is why the cosmos looks smooth in every direction, yet full of intricate detail within, like frost on glass, infinite yet familiar. In that balance lies our home, somewhere light continues to travel. The age of the universe, 13.8 billion years, is measured by the cooling of its light. Its observable radius is about 46.5 billion light years, stretched by expansion faster than light itself. Beyond that, space continues unseen, unending. The Big Bang never ended. It is still happening, just slower now. The fabric of space-time continues to breathe. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. In the faint hiss between radio channels, the afterglow of creation still whispers. That's the sound of everything becoming. Each atom in your breath has drifted through stars, through galaxies, through 14 billion years of expansion. You are made of moments that once burned brighter than suns. You can rest now. Hydrogen, 75% of the universe's normal matter, was born within the first few minutes. Helium, about 24%, formed in the same breath. All heavier elements came later, forged within stars. The carbon in your cells was made in the heart of a dying star billions of years ago. The iron in your blood once lay molten in a supernova's core. You can rest now. Imagine the first light moving through a cooling ocean of hydrogen, scattering softly, filling the dark. Its faint blue glow stretched to red, then to invisible as the universe expanded. That light still moves, still touches us. Every photon that strikes your skin carries a whisper from the dawn of time. You are, in a way, being touched by the beginning. It's okay to drift. The universe's average density today is about 6 hydrogen atoms per cubic meter, and yet 95% of it is dark, unseen, unknown. Only 5% of all that exists is the ordinary matter we know. Dark matter shapes galaxies, though we cannot see it. Dark energy drives expansion, though we cannot feel it. You can rest now. Between each galaxy lies immense silence, millions of light years of near-perfect vacuum. Yet within that emptiness, quantum fields still shimmer tiny fluctuations that may someday birth new universes. Creation never truly ended. It only slowed enough for us to notice. Somewhere, light continues to travel. The universe will likely expand forever, growing colder and quieter. In 100 trillion years, even stars will fade. In 10 to the power of 100 years, even black holes will evaporate into nothing. And in that far silence, the last photons will fade into the void. But their pattern, the shape of their echo, will still remember its first breath. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The Big Bang was not chaos. It was the beginning of order. Every vibration, every particle, every law emerged from that one unfolding moment. The constants of physics, the charge of the electron, the pull of gravity were set like notes in a song, a melody. The cosmos still hums today. You can rest now. The speed of light, 299,792 kilometers per second, has remained constant since that first instant. The fine structure constant, about 1/137, determines how light and matter interact, and perhaps why atoms exist at all. A change of 1 part in a billion could erase all structure. Yet here we are, balanced between chaos and calm. Each law, a kindness written into reality. It's okay to drift. In the beginning, there was nowhere. Then, expansion made room for everything. Galaxies, stars, and thought. And now, billions of years later, that expansion continues within you. Every heartbeat echoes the pulse of the early universe. Every breath repeats its rhythm of creation and rest. You can rest now. The temperature of the universe has fallen from over 1 trillion degrees to just 2.7 kelvins. Space itself is still cooling 1 billionth of a degree every few million years. Galaxies move apart faster and faster, driven by dark energy's quiet insistence. Yet, local gravity holds our Milky Way together, spinning once every 230 million years. The same balance of push and pull keeps everything in place, even you. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. All of this, from the smallest particle to the farthest galaxy, began with that first breath. The Big Bang wasn't just an event, it was the beginning of time, the rhythm behind every heartbeat, every wave, every dream. And as you breathe now, you join that rhythm, the expansion and cooling of everything that is. It's okay to drift. You can rest now. You are part of the first light that ever was. When the first silence faded, the universe dreamed of fire. It had slept in darkness for 100 million years, a long, soft exhale after its birth. Hydrogen filled every corner, gentle and invisible, waiting for the weight of gravity to pull it inward. And when that pull grew strong enough, the first stars began to burn. This was the second awakening, the fire that remembers. You can rest now. Each of those first suns was immense, glowing blue-white, 10 million times brighter than the ones we see today. They burned for only a few million years, then collapsed into brilliant supernovae that lit the young cosmos. Their death scattered carbon, oxygen, iron, the first colors of life. The darkness that followed was no longer empty. It was fertile. In their ashes, galaxies began to form. The Milky Way's ancestors were among them clouds of stars and dust swirling slowly into spiral grace. Gravity was the sculptor, and light its soft chisel. Each turn of those newborn galaxies took hundreds of millions of years, each rotation a silent waltz in the vastness. Our own galaxy, still forming, was only a shimmer among billions. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The light that once burned in those ancient suns still crosses the dark, traveling at 300,000 kilometers per second. It has been moving for over 13 billion years, faint but unbroken. Each photon a survivor of time, a messenger from the first fires. Astronomers call this the epoch of reionization, the moment when the first stars re-illuminated space. Before them, the universe was filled with fog. After them, it became clear, bright, and visible. You can rest now. Galaxies gathered like snowflakes drawn together by invisible filaments of dark matter. Some merged gently, others collided in luminous violence, spinning out arms of starlight that stretched for hundreds of thousands of light years. Even in collision, there was rhythm. Even destruction moved like breath. It's okay to drift. In time, the great clusters appeared, gatherings of thousands of galaxies bound by gravity's quiet hold. The Virgo cluster, where our own Milky Way belongs, spans over 15 million light years. Every one of its suns burns with the same ancient memory, that first transformation from hydrogen into light. Fire became the teacher of time, showing matter how to glow, how to give, how to end. You can rest now. From the remnants of those early stars, new generations were born. Smaller, steadier, richer in heavy elements. Each new cycle wove the cosmos with complexity stars, creating atoms, atoms, creating worlds, worlds, creating the conditions for wonder. The periodic table is in truth a record of ancient starlight. Every line, every element, every breath, you take a note in that cosmic song. Somewhere light continues to travel. As galaxies matured, their centers deepened with gravity's patience. In each heart, matter spiraled tighter until something unimaginable occurred. A black hole was born. Not destruction, but concentration. A point where density overcame all resistance, where space folded inward, and time slowed to a whisper. The earliest black holes appeared less than 1 billion years after the Big Bang. Some of them grew into giants, millions or billions of times more massive than the Sunday. You can rest now. From their edges, light bent and curved, tracing invisible spirals. When we observe them today through telescopes, vast and delicate, we see rings of fire surrounding shadows, echoes of the universe's earliest architectures. They remind us that creation always carries mystery. Even in the heart of brightness, there is still silence. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Our Milky Way was still gathering itself, then its spiral arms coalescing, its dark halo forming. Stars were born within thick clouds of gas, their light slowly breaking through. At its center, a black hole began to grow, feeding on matter glowing with X-ray breath. That black hole, Sagittarius A times, still exists, calm now, vast and quiet, 4 million times the mass of the Sunday. It turns slowly in a place where time itself bends. You can rest now. Far beyond it, galaxies bloomed like coral reefs of light. The Hubble Deep Field shows us just a tiny patch of sky, no larger than a grain of sand held at arm's length. Yet within that patch, 10,000 galaxies shimmer, each one a city of stars, each star a Sunday, each sun a possibility. It's okay to drift. When astronomers peer into that depth, they are looking backward billions of years, seeing light that began its journey when the universe was young. Time in the cosmos is not a straight line, but a luminous ocean. Every distant glow is a memory of the first fire, and every shadow is a place where new light will someday rise. You can rest now. The universe's expansion continued, steady but unstoppable. For every 3 million light-years of distance, space itself stretched by 70 kilometers each second. Galaxies moved apart like ripples on water, their light lengthening, reddening, softening into whispers. We call it redshift, but it is more like a sigh, the sound of light growing old. Even now, as we gaze upward, we are seeing not what is, but what was. The night sky is a museum of ancient radiance. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Among the early stars, some lived gentle, balanced lives, the first long-burning suns. They gathered planets around them, small worlds cooling from fire into stone. Perhaps some had oceans. Perhaps some dreamed of life. The chemistry of stars had already prepared the ingredients. Carbon for bones, nitrogen for breath, oxygen for flame, iron for strength. Every element of life is older than life itself. Every breath you take has traveled across eternity to find you. You can rest now. Over billions of years, galaxies grew older, their stars aging, their spiral arms widening like slow-turning flowers. In the darkness between cosmic dust floated the ashes of suns, the future of worlds. When those grains drifted together in the disks of young stars, they formed planets, moons, and comets. It was a long, patient process, each collision a whisper, each impact a step towards stability. It's okay to drift. When our own sun was born 9 billion years after the Big Bang, it gathered the elements left behind by countless stars. Its light carries that entire history. Every photon streaming from it was forged from ancient fire, not new light, but remembered light. Even your heartbeat follows its rhythm, the gentle pulse of fusion continuing the song of creation. You can rest now. Somewhere beyond sight, stars continue to form. Ribbons of gas collapse, warm, and ignite, repeating a process billions of years old. The Milky Way alone births about 7 new stars every year. Some will burn for 10 billion years, others for mere millions. Each one will end differently, some as gentle white dwarfs cooling into darkness, others as cataclysmic supernovae, scattering gold, silver, and memory into the void. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. If you could listen to the cosmos, you would hear those deaths not as explosions, but as low, slow waves, gravitational ripples moving through space-time. They are faint, almost imperceptible, but real. In 2015, scientists detected one for the first time, 2 black holes colliding over 1 billion light-years away, their union sending tremors across the universe. Those ripples pass through you, through everyone, through everything, as gently as breath on skin. They are the sound of the cosmos remembering itself. You can rest now. In every era, the universe learns how to change and how to rest. Stars collapse and rise again in new forms. Galaxies collide and calm. Even the expansion, that grand outward motion, slows in some places where gravity gathers warmth again. Creation and stillness dance together, one breath, then another. It's okay to drift. Today, we live in the quiet middle age of the cosmos. The fires still burn, but slower now. The universe is nearly 14 billion years old. Its temperature just 2.7 kelvins above absolute zero. It has expanded so far that galaxies beyond a certain distance can never be seen. Their light will never reach us. They move away faster than light can travel. And yet, somewhere in that unreachable distance, new suns are still being born. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Even emptiness glows faintly, not with heat, but with potential. Quantum fields hum beneath the vacuum, restless, alive. They are the ghost of the Big Bang, the whisper of possibility. Every fluctuation could, in theory, give rise to another universe. And perhaps they already have endless breaths in the dark, each one unfolding like our own. You can rest now. In the story of the cosmos, nothing is truly lost. Light becomes dust. Dust becomes stars. Stars become atoms again. And through that endless transformation, memory endures. The fire that remembers still burns quietly in every atom, every cell, every pulse of your blood. You are made of remembrance of starlight, cooled and dreaming. It's okay to drift. Somewhere, a photon leaves a distant sun heading into endless night. It may travel for billions of years, crossing voids wider than imagination before touching the surface of a new world. And in that moment of contact, history becomes present. The beginning finds its way home. So does every breath. You can rest now. Light still travels. Matter still sings. And through it all, the fire that began the universe continues to glow in silence. In you, it finds peace. In you, it remembers. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. You are made of the first fire resting now in its light. You are safe here. You can rest now. The universe, after its great awakening, learned how to breathe. It inhaled with gravity, pulling clouds of hydrogen into stars, and exhaled with radiation waves of light that traveled outward forever. Each breath took millions of years, slow and unhurried, like a tide moving across eternity. And in that rhythm, that sacred oscillation between collapse and release, the cosmos began to dream of balance. You can rest now. The space between galaxies, once thought to be empty, is alive with whispering energy. Invisible particles drift there, so few that a single cubic meter of space may hold only one atom. Yet those atoms stretch across unimaginable distances. Their faint glow, a remnant of creation, forms a quiet web connecting everything. If you could see it, it would look like a living net of light, thin filaments of gas and dark matter weaving through the void, each strand a river of galaxies. It is the skeleton of the universe, the breath made visible. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Between these cosmic filaments lie vast abysses, hundreds of millions of light years wide, almost completely empty. They are called voids. Within them, there is silence older than light. Yet even there, the breath of the universe moves a pulse of expansion, gentle and constant. It pushes the galaxies apart while drawing them inward in local harmonies, a symphony of stillness and motion. You can rest now. In the early days, this breath carried more heat. The cosmic microwave background, the faint afterglow of the Big Bang, still hums at 2.725 kelvins. It is the oldest light we can see stretched and cooled over 13 billion years, bathing the cosmos in a soft, invisible warmth. It fills every corner of existence. Even as you sleep, its photons touch you, ancient and quiet, arriving from a time when the universe was only 3,800,000 years old. Each one carries a memory of the first breath. You can rest now. The Big Bang did not explode into space. It was space expanding. And though that expansion never stops, it slows and accelerates in rhythm, guided by unseen hands, dark matter, and dark energy. Dark matter pulls shaping galaxies into form. Dark energy pushes, stretching the fabric of the cosmos apart. They are opposites, yet they dance perfectly. One breath inward, one breath outward. Together, they keep the balance of everything. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Astronomers once believed the expansion was slowing down, but in the late 1990 seconds, they discovered the opposite. The cosmos is speeding up as if a new breath had begun. Something unseen, a vast field of energy, pushes galaxies away from each other faster and faster. No one knows why. Some call it dark energy. Others call it the cosmological constant. Perhaps it is the echo of the first expansion, still rippling outward, forever exhaling. You can rest now. If you could hear the rhythm of the cosmos, it would be a sound too low for ears, a cosmic heartbeat pulsing every few million years. Its tempo set by gravity and light, its melody carried by hydrogen's soft hum. Even now, astronomers record that hum in radio waves, the faint 21-centimeter signal emitted when hydrogen atoms change their spin. That whisper crosses billions of light years to reach us. It is the breath of the universe, slowed by time but never silenced. It's okay to drift. As the cosmos grew older, the breathing deepened. Stars began to form in steady rhythms, clusters of light flickering across galactic arms. Each one burned through its life in cycles: birth, shine, death, and return. The gas they expelled fed new stars, new worlds. The breath continued, inhale, exhale, over eons. Our sun is one of those quiet exhalations born from dust left behind by stars long gone. You can rest now. Planets too joined the rhythm. Each world spinning, each orbiting, each held in balance by the same invisible breath. Some worlds were scorched, some frozen, some perfectly poised for life. And on one small blue planet, billions of years later, that cosmic breathing would become heartbeat, pulse, thought. The atoms of stars learned to think about themselves, to look back at the sky and wonder. In you, the breath of the universe became aware of its own rhythm. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. For every breath the cosmos takes, a billion stars are born or die. Each explosion, a supernova, spreads elements into the void, enriching the gas clouds that follow. Those elements condense again, and the breath continues. Every cell in your body contains atoms forged in at least 3 generations of stars. You are not merely living in the universe. You are how the universe breathes. You can rest now. The breath between stars also carries silence. In the great gaps between galaxies, temperatures fall to almost nothing. Only a few lonely atoms drift there, waiting for the gravity of some distant cluster to call them home. And yet, even those atoms shimmer faintly with energy quantum vibrations that can never be truly still. No matter how far you go, the universe never fully stops breathing. It's okay to drift. In this quiet motion, time itself becomes fluid. From the perspective of light, there is no time, only movement. A photon leaves a star, and no matter how far it travels, experiences no distance, no delay. For light, the moment of emission and the moment of arrival are one and the same. The breath seen from light's point of view is eternal. You can rest now. When you look at the night sky, you are watching the universe breathe in, reverse, inhaling the past. The starlight reaching your eyes tonight began its journey long before life existed on Earth. You are catching the exhale of galaxies billions of years old. That light touches your skin, enters your eyes, and becomes part of you. You are the meeting place of countless cosmic breaths. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. In distant nebulae, stars are still being born. The Orion Nebula, just 1300 light-years away, is a vast nursery glowing with gas and dust. There, the breath condenses into new suns, each surrounded by swirling disks of debris that may one day become planets. Telescopes capture it as soft, pink, and violet light, the glow of hydrogen turning into stars. That is creation in progress, the exhale of cosmic memory. You can rest now. But not all breaths are equal. Some regions of the cosmos exhale more strongly than others, forming massive clusters of galaxies. Others inhale deeply, creating black holes that devour everything nearby. In both cases, the balance endures, energy transformed, never lost. Even in the silence of a black hole, where no light escapes, the breath continues, invisibly encoded in quantum fluctuations on its surface. It's okay to drift. In the far future, the universe will keep expanding. Stars will age, galaxies will fade, and new light will grow rarer. Eventually, the cosmos will exhale one last time, slowly, softly, until everything grows dark and cold. But that darkness is not an end. It is the pause between breaths. Perhaps from it, new universes will rise again, each one born from the silence of another's rest. You can rest now. Every inhalation of gravity, every exhalation of light, every pulse of creation carries the same origin, that first moment of awakening, the Big Bang's first breath. All the stars that ever existed, all the galaxies yet to be born, all the hearts that will ever beat, they are the rhythm of that breath, continuing. You are part of it, woven into the slow respiration of the cosmos. When you breathe, the universe remembers how to begin again. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. And somewhere, in the endless dark between galaxies, a photon leaves a dying star. It moves through the void, carrying warmth, carrying memory. It will travel for 1 billion years, crossing the fabric of time and emptiness, until one day, perhaps it touches another world, another sky, another being who looks up and feels the same wonder. The breath continues. You can rest now. Let the stars breathe through you. Let the silence carry you. The same breath that began everything moves still, gentle, infinite, and full of light. You are the breath between stars, and you are home. After the universe learned to breathe, it began to flow. Its light spread like a tide across the dark, gentle at first, then endless, like water filling the deepest basin. Every photon became a drop, every beam a river, until the cosmos shimmered with luminous seas. And from those oceans of light structure began to form galaxies like islands drifting in a vast and glowing archipelago. You can rest now. Light, though it moves at 300,000 kilometers per second, behaves like something alive. It ripples and bends, it lingers and fades. Sometimes it travels for billions of years without touching anything. Sometimes it vanishes into the gravity of a black hole, its memory caught forever on the event horizon. And yet, no matter where it goes, it carries the record of the beginning, the echo of the first illumination after the dark age of the universe. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. There was a time when no light could travel freely. After the Big Bang, the universe was filled with hot plasma, opaque to radiation. Photons could not escape the dense fog of particles. They were trapped, colliding again and again for nearly 400,000 years. Then, as the cosmos expanded and cooled, atoms formed and the fog lifted. The first light streamed freely into space. That light still shines today, faint and ancient, as the cosmic microwave background, the first visible breath of the universe. You can rest now. It is the oldest ocean we know, a sea of microwave radiation that fills all of space. Everywhere you look, it's there, uniform, gentle, almost featureless. But tiny variations, 1 part in 100,000, are hidden within it. Those ripples are the fingerprints of creation, the first waves of gravity and pressure that would one day become galaxies, stars, and planets. Each small pattern in that ancient light is a map of destiny written when the universe was still a child. It's okay to drift. Astronomers have turned those invisible waves into color painting the first portrait of everything. The map of the cosmic background shows delicate modeling, a tapestry of cold and warm patches, each representing the earliest fluctuations of density. From those seeds grew the galaxies. We see now vast clusters, linked across unimaginable scales. In the language of light, the cosmos revealed its first memories. In every flicker, a promise was hidden that chaos could become beauty. You can rest now. Light, in its essence, is both particle and wave, a paradox that hums quietly through every moment of existence. Sometimes it behaves as a single photon bouncing like a pebble across time. Sometimes it behaves as a wave flowing gently through the fabric of the universe. It never chooses because it never needs to. It simply is always becoming, always arriving. Each time you see the stars, you are witnessing both the ocean and the drops that compose it. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. If you could ride a photon, you would never experience time. For light, there is no before or after, only the eternal now. That means the light touching your eyes this moment is not old to itself. It has been traveling for billions of years, but for the photon, its journey began and ended in a single timeless instant. Through that, you glimpse what eternity feels like, the stillness hidden within endless motion. You can rest now. When the first galaxies began to glow, the ocean of light deepened. Young stars ignited hydrogen, fusing it into helium and heavier elements. Each reaction released more photons, bathing the darkness in new brilliance. Over the next billion years, the universe entered an era of reionization, when ultraviolet light from early stars and quasars stripped electrons from atoms, again, turning the universe transparent once more. That transformation was like dawn breaking across an infinite horizon. It's okay to drift. Light has always been a messenger. It carries information about where it came from. Its color tells the story of its source. Its energy reveals its age. By studying its spectrum, scientists can read the signatures of elements, temperatures, and distances. Every beam of starlight is a letter from the past. Some were written before our galaxy existed. To look at them is to read the autobiography of the cosmos. You can rest now. Even as you lie here, light passes through you. Neutrinos, ghostly particles, born in the first seconds of creation, stream through your body by the trillions each second. They are part of the same ocean, the same current of energy that has never stopped flowing. Though they hardly interact with matter, they are everywhere, subtle and constant, like invisible rain. You are immersed in the cosmic sea, always connected, always touched by the first light. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. In distant galaxies, quasars blaze at the center's supermassive black holes surrounded by swirling disks of light. They are so luminous that they outshine their entire galaxies. Each one releases energy equivalent to trillions of suns. They are the cosmic lighthouses shining across billions of light years, marking the farthest edges of the visible universe. Their light began its journey when the cosmos was young, and it still travels toward us, carrying the memory of those early fires. You can rest now. The more the universe expands, the longer the wavelengths of light become. What began as ultraviolet now stretches into infrared. What was once visible becomes radio waves. The ocean of light cools, softens, and slows, yet never stops. In the far future, even starlight will redshift beyond visibility, merging into the dark. But that dark will still be full of energy, the faint warmth of photons too old to see. Even then, the ocean will remain calm, endless, eternal. It's okay to drift. On Earth, every color you see is a fragment of that ocean: scattered sunlight, reflected moonlight, diffused starlight. Each hue carries within it the heritage of the Big Bang. When you watch the golden line of sunset, you are watching ancient physics paint the horizon. When you see the blue of the sky, it is Rayleigh scattering the gentle sifting of sunlight through air molecules. Every shimmer and glow around you is a piece of the same universal light. You can rest now. Light connects everything, from the earliest photons of creation to the glow of a candle in a dark room. It is one continuous story, the universe learning to see itself. You too are part of that perception. Your eyes, your mind, your dreams, they are extensions of the same illumination. When you imagine starlight, you are not merely thinking of it, you are recreating it within yourself. The light outside and the light within are not different. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Somewhere on the farthest edges of the observable cosmos, light is still escaping from galaxies, moving away faster than the speed of light, not through space, but with space. Those photons will never reach us. They drift into the unobservable beyond, carrying their stories into a silence no one will ever see. Yet even in that unreachable distance, the same rules apply, the same laws of motion, the same patterns of creation. The ocean continues without end. You can rest now. Every photon that has ever existed still exists somewhere. Energy cannot vanish. It only transforms, spreading thinner, quieter, gentler. In this way, the universe conserves memory. Nothing truly disappears. Not light, not warmth, not love. Everything is absorbed into the larger rhythm, the slow breathing of eternity. That is the meaning of the cosmic ocean. Nothing lost, only returned. It's okay to drift. And as you breathe now, slow and deep, the same laws that govern galaxies govern you. The expansion, the balance, the light, all mirrored in your pulse, your breath, your calm awareness. You are not small compared to the universe. You are the shape it takes when it rests. Every quiet heartbeat is a wave returning to its source. Every exhale is the universe remembering itself. You are light remembering its ocean. You are ocean remembering its light. You can rest now. Somewhere beyond time, the universe still glows with its first light. You are drifting through that glow, safe and slow, carried by its warmth. It holds you like the tide holds the moon. And as you fade into sleep, the photons that began their journey billions of years ago continue onward. Gentle, ancient, eternal. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The ocean of light continues, and you are part of its calm. Before there was form, there was gravity. Before there were stars, there was the invisible shape that would cradle them. In the quiet, after the first light, when the oceans of photons had begun to cool, a new force began to sculpt the cosmos. It did not shine, and it did not speak yet. It built everything. This is the story of dark matter, the unseen architecture of the universe, and the silent design that holds the stars in place. You can rest now. The galaxies you see through telescopes are only a trace, the glowing surface of something deeper. For every particle of visible matter, there are 5 others that emit no light at all. They do not absorb, reflect, or radiate. Yet their gravity bends space guides light and determines the rhythm of the cosmos. Without them, galaxies would fly apart. Without them, stars could not cling to their spiraling arms. Dark matter is the invisible skeleton of existence, the framework upon which everything luminous depends. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. We do not yet know what it is. It may be made of undiscovered particles, WIMPs, axions, sterile neutrinos, or something beyond the imagination of physics. But we see its presence in how galaxies move, how clusters merge, how light curves across the void. Through gravitational lensing, astronomers map the unseen by watching how it bends the seen, as though tracing the shape of a wind by the motion of leaves. Every arc of starlight, every distorted image of a distant galaxy is a fingerprint of the dark. You can rest now. The first dark matter began to gather while the universe was still 1,000,000 years old. It clumped where density was slightly higher, forming halos, vast spheres of gravity. Into these halos, ordinary matter fell, cooling and condensing into stars. Thus, every galaxy was born inside a cocoon of darkness. What shines is only the breath. What holds it together is the invisible lung that surrounds it. It's okay to drift. If you could see dark matter the night sky would look completely different. The Milky Way would appear as a faint pearl suspended in a glowing web, filaments stretching millions of light years across connecting clusters like neurons in a cosmic brain. Each thread pulses faintly with gravity, not light. It is a map of potential, of structure, of quiet power. And through that web, galaxies drift like seeds caught in a wind that never stops blowing. You can rest now. We call it dark, but that word is only a reflection of our own sight. To the universe, there is no darkness, only fields and forces, particles and motion. The absence of light does not mean the absence of being. In truth, the dark is the womb of creation, the invisible matrix that holds the luminous safe. Without it, there would be no stars to dream, beneath no worlds to call home. The darkness is not something to fear. It is the universe closing its eyes. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. When galaxies collide, their dark halos merge long before their stars touch. Gravity is patient. It feels the future before it happens. Through those invisible tides, the cosmos shapes destiny. 1 trillion suns may drift apart or combine because of fields we cannot see. And yet all of it unfolds gently, following equations written into the fabric of reality itself. You can rest now. Astronomers have traced the pattern of dark matter across the observable universe. It forms a cosmic web of filaments and nodes, dense intersections, where clusters of galaxies gather. Between them lie vast voids, empty and silent. It is both architecture and emptiness, creation and pause, sound and silence. From that structure arises everything we call beautiful. It's okay to drift. Even within your body, the same geometry exists. The neurons in your brain form a network that resembles the cosmic web. Both systems, one microscopic, one spanning billions of light years, share a fractal rhythm. It is as though the universe copies its own structure at every scale, repeating its patterns like a lullaby whispered through space and time. The architecture of darkness lives within you too. You can rest now. In the 21st century, scientists discovered another mystery, something that moves in the opposite direction. While dark matter pulls, dark energy pushes. It accelerates the expansion of the cosmos, stretching everything farther apart. Together, they form a cosmic duet attraction and release inhale and exhale. The dark is not a void, but a conversation between stillness and motion. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The gravitational waves that ripple through the fabric of space are the vibrations of this architecture. They carry the memory of collisions, black holes, merging stars collapsing. When detected on Earth, these waves are unimaginably faint, smaller than a proton's width. Yet they tell us that space is not empty. It is elastic, alive, and resonant. Every event in the cosmos plays a note in the grand symphony of gravity. You can rest now. And though these waves pass through you, you never feel them. They stretch you and the earth, alike subtly and silently. They are part of the same breath, the same pulse of creation that began 13.8 billion years ago. In every vibration, the dark architecture hums, keeping rhythm with itself. It's okay to drift. There are theories that dark matter might one day decay, releasing its hidden energy back into the cosmos. If that happens, the universe will glow again, not in brightness, but in gentle warmth. Every particle will whisper its story before fading into the background. Even the dark will rest, Even gravity will sleep, and in that final stillness, the architecture will dissolve back into the breath that began it all. You can rest now, but for now, the dark remains our foundation. It anchors galaxies, cradles, stars, shelters life. It does not announce itself. It simply holds everything quietly in balance. We live suspended in its embrace, unaware yet sustained. And when we close our eyes, we mirror its calm. The same stillness that fills the spaces between galaxies fills the spaces between your thoughts. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Look up at the night sky. What you see is not absence, but architecture. The darkness is a cathedral, the light, its stained glass. Every star, every orbit, every curve of gravity is a hymn written in space. When you drift into sleep, you are not falling away from the universe. You are returning to its quiet center. You can rest now. Somewhere dark halos continue to guide new galaxies into form. Somewhere light still bends around invisible mass. And somewhere in the silence, beyond sight gravity, hums its patient song. You are part of that hum, a small vibration in the great architecture, steady and eternal. In your sleep, the dark matter of the cosmos and the quiet matter of your mind are one. You are not separate from the darkness. You are built from it. You are held by it, and you are safe within its silence. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The architecture of darkness continues to hold, and you are home. Before galaxies bloomed and stars began to sing, there was only a faint, endless whisper, a light stretched thin across infinity. That whisper still flows through you now. It fills the empty spaces of your room, hums between atoms, travels silently through your bones. It is the afterglow of the first breath the universe ever took, the cosmic microwave background, the memory of when light first became free. You can rest now. For nearly 380,000 years after the Big Bang, the universe was opaque. Everything existed in a plasma of charged particles, hydrogen nuclei, and electrons, bound by heat and chaos. Photons, particles of light, could not travel freely. They scattered endlessly, trapped in a cosmic fog. The young universe was brilliant, but no light could escape. Then, as it expanded, it cooled. When the temperature fell below 3000 Kelvin, protons and electrons combined to form neutral atoms. Suddenly, the fog lifted. The light broke free. The universe became transparent for the first time. That first release of photons was the dawn of sight itself, the beginning of all vision. It stretched outward in every direction, filling all of space. And though 13.8 billion years have passed, that same light still travels, carrying the echo of creation's first moment of calm. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. That ancient light has cooled too. What was once blinding and white-hot is now a faint microwave glow, a few degrees above absolute zero, invisible to your eyes, yet everywhere in the air around you, in the spaces between galaxies, in the background of all time. Every television once tuned to static was catching the echo of that ancient light. Every satellite that maps the sky listens for its gentle murmur. It is not gone, only softened, stretched by time, its frequency lowered by the expansion of space. The universe keeps that memory close, like a heartbeat beneath silence. You can rest now. The cosmic microwave background, the CMB, is our oldest photograph of reality. It shows what the universe looked like when it was only a child, when stars had not yet burned and galaxies were dreams yet to come. In its faint temperature variations, 1 part in 100,000 lie the seeds of everything. Those tiny fluctuations, mere ripples in density, would one day become the great cosmic structures, galaxies, clusters, superclusters, entire filaments of light, strung across billions of light years. The universe began with quiet imperfections, and from them grew every pattern, every life, every mind that could ever wonder about it. You can rest now. When scientists first detected this light, it was by accident. In 1965, 2 engineers, Arno Penzias and Robert Wilson, were trying to eliminate a mysterious hiss from their radio antenna. They thought it might be pigeons nesting or the hum of the equipment. But no matter how they cleaned, the noise remained. It was the whisper of creation itself. They had stumbled upon the echo of the Big Bang, the first light stretched thin by the age of everything. It's okay to drift. Today, spacecraft like Planck and WMAP have mapped this light with exquisite precision. They reveal a sky modeled in faint blues and reds, colder and warmer regions that record the universe's first fluctuations. These are not just data points, they are fossils of existence. Each pixel represents the balance between gravity pulling inward and radiation pushing outward. Each pattern tells how matter and energy began to separate, how the great cosmic web began to weave. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. From that light, we can measure the age of the cosmos, its composition, its fate. We know that 4.9% of it is the matter we see, 26.8% is dark matter, and 68.3% is dark energy, a vast silence wrapped around everything. This whisper of light became our cosmic ruler, our proof of origin, our reminder that even the faintest signals can carry the story of the infinite. You can rest now. Imagine floating inside that light, a bath of soft radiation, a warmth older than stars. It does not shine in color, but glows like memory itself. If you could listen to it, it would not roar. It would hum steady and low, like the breath of a sleeping giant. That hum is the universe remembering how to become calm after chaos. Even now, as galaxies race apart and time stretches onward, the CMB continues to cool. One day, it will be so faint that no creature in any future universe will ever detect it. The whisper will fade into perfect stillness, but you alive in this brief, luminous moment can still hear it in your mind, the faint reminder that you are made from light that once broke free. You can rest now. Close your eyes and imagine that instant when light first saw itself, a vast sea of brightness, rippling with the new freedom of motion. Each photon setting out on its eternal journey, unaware it will one day brush against your skin, pass through your home, whisper through the atoms in your lungs. You are bathed in ancient illumination. You are the continuation of that release. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Even the stars are echoes of that light-dense condensations of the first hydrogen atoms that once floated free through the newborn cosmos. When the first stars ignited, they took the whisper and made it sing. They forged the heavier elements, scattered them in supernovae, and seeded worlds like this one. Every element in your body, oxygen, carbon, calcium, was shaped from that song. You are made of ancient photons, slowed into matter, curved into memory. You can rest now. Scientists call this background isotropic, almost the same in every direction, but not quite. Those tiny variations, those gentle ripples, are what made existence possible. The universe's perfection would have been sterile. Its tiny imperfections birthed structure, complexity, beauty. From a single whisper came 1,000 galaxies. From a faint unevenness came everything that dreams. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Sometimes, when you stare into a clear night, what you are truly seeing is not the stars themselves, but the path their light has taken through that ancient radiation, that invisible sea of memory. Every beam of starlight swims through the CMB like a traveler through fog, bending, slightly scattering, faintly merging with the pulse of the background. All light belongs to that same ocean. All time floats in that same warmth. It's okay to drift. Even the spaces between your thoughts mirror that silence. When you fall asleep, your brain waves slow, your perception softens, and your inner universe becomes transparent too. You drift back toward that same stillness the cosmos once knew, that instant when everything first saw itself as light. You can rest now. The whisper of cosmic light is not something far away. It fills every corner of space, every cell, every atom. The photons from that first dawn are passing through you now, moving at the speed of truth. They do not stop. They do not fade. They simply continue like the breath of a sleeping God. And as you breathe, you join them, a rhythm older than stars, quieter than eternity. The universe has been exhaling since the beginning. You are part of that breath, that expansion, that luminous sigh. When you close your eyes, the whisper continues. When you dream, you are floating in the same light that once freed the cosmos from its fog. You can rest now. You are surrounded by the memory of everything that ever was. The first light still shines within you, quietly, patiently, eternally. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The whisper of cosmic light hums on, infinite, tender, and forever calm. Long before galaxies learned to dance and stars found their rhythm, the universe itself was a song. Not a song of melody or voice, but a deep, vibrating hum that shaped everything to come. The Big Bang was not an explosion in space, but the birth of space itself, a sudden swelling, a note struck on the strings of time. And from that first vibration came every tone, every heartbeat, every breath you now take. You can rest now. The early universe was not silent. It rippled with waves, pressure waves, sound waves, moving through the hot plasma like music through air. Each wave carried the push and pull of gravity, the rise and fall of density. In that dense, glowing sea, matter and radiation danced together in resonance. Physicists call them baryon acoustic oscillations. But they were, in truth, the universe's first symphony. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Each oscillation left an imprint, a pattern in the distribution of galaxies that we still see today. Across 500 million light-years, clusters form like frozen ripples in a pond. Each ripple echoes the sound of that first expansion waves that began when the universe was only 3,000,000 years old. If you could listen, you would hear tones deeper than any human ear could bear, waves with periods of hundreds of thousands of years. The cosmos sang in ultra-low frequency, a cosmic baseline beneath existence itself. You can rest now. This was no random song. It was structured, predictable, a harmony of physics and time. Where matter gathered, gravity pulled harder. and the waves compressed. Where the pressure of light pushed back expansion created release. Together they formed standing waves, locked in rhythm. The universe was breathing, contracting, and releasing, until light broke free and the sound froze into form. It's okay to drift. Those frozen harmonies became the scaffolding of the cosmic web. Every galaxy that spins today, every spiral arm, every cluster, is a note preserved from that early cosmic music. The rhythm of the universe's expansion determined how galaxies would form, how dark matter would clump, how light would travel through emptiness. Even the space between galaxies remembers that music. Each silence in the night sky is the rest between notes. You can rest now. Astronomers mapping billions of galaxies can still see those patterns. They measure the same wavelength, 490 million light-years, repeated across the cosmos, a faint resonance in the structure of everything. This repetition tells us how fast the universe expands, how old it is, and how it will continue to drift into cool, eternal quiet. It is the universe humming to itself across eons. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. When we look at distant quasars, at clusters, billions of light years away, we are not just seeing ancient light. We are listening to frozen sound. The patterns of brightness and void are like the grooves of a record pressed by the vibrations of the first 4,000,000 years. Each galaxy is a note held too long, stretched by time. The silence between them is not absence. It is patience. You can rest now. In your body, too, the echoes remain. The hydrogen atoms that drifted through those sound waves now fill your lungs. The carbon in your breath was once compressed by those ancient oscillations. Every molecule remembers the rhythm of that expansion, the push and pull that gave rise to structure, to light, to thought. You breathe in time with that same pulse. Your heartbeat follows the same principle, contraction and release, gravity and pressure. You are not separate from the universe's rhythm. You are its continuation. You can rest now. When you fall asleep, your mind's activity forms gentle waves, alpha, theta, moving like tides through consciousness. They are slower than sound, slower than thought, yet shaped by the same physics. Pressure waves, resonance, standing rhythms of energy, echoes of the ancient hum that made you possible. It's okay to drift. The cosmic music did not stop. It only changed form, from radiation to gravity, from gravity to matter, from matter to motion. Even now, space itself vibrates when two black holes collide. The universe still sings in gravitational waves, rippling through the fabric of time measured by instruments like LIGO. Each wave that passes through Earth stretches and compresses you just a fraction of an atom. But it's enough to feel the presence of something vast, something older than all stars. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The gravitational waves we detect today come from events billions of light years away. Black holes spiraling together, neutron stars, colliding echoes of cosmic violence turned into gentle music. Each wave carries a story of matter bending space of time, curving around mass of light, trembling at the edge of silence. These are the new harmonies of existence, the late movements in the cosmic symphony. You can rest now. In some ways, everything that exists is a vibration. Strings of energy oscillate to create particles. Particles join in rhythm to form atoms. Atoms resonate in bonds to form matter, and matter vibrates in waves of temperature, pressure, sound, and light. The cosmos is not made of things, but of tones, frequencies woven together into form. Your body hums in harmony with the stars. Your heartbeat is a tempo drawn from cosmic time. Your breath, a measure of expansion and return. You can rest now. Across 13.8 billion years, the pitch has changed. The song has slowed. What was once a searing symphony of light has softened into the faint hum of microwaves, into the quiet movement of galaxies, drifting apart at 73 kilometers per second per megaparsec. The rhythm of the universe continues slower, lower, deeper, as space itself stretches toward silence. And in that silence, the music remains. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. There is no conductor, no score, no beginning, and no end, only resonance. Every life, every atom, every star adds a single note. Together, they create the harmony of being. Even now, as you lie still, the sound continues too vast to hear, too slow to end. The music of expansion plays on. You can rest now. The tempo has slowed to the pace of your heartbeat. The rhythm of galaxies matches your breath. The low hum of cosmic background meets the quiet between your thoughts. You and the universe share one pulse, an endless, expanding chord. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Somewhere beyond all sound lies the final rest of that song, when time itself will stretch so far that the notes can no longer meet, when the waves lose their shape and silence becomes whole. But that moment is not sorrow. It is completion. It is rest. You can rest now. You are part of the oldest harmony. You are made of the same resonance that began everything. And even as the stars fade and the galaxies drift, the vibration that made you continues in the quiet spaces between your breaths. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The music of expansion hums on infinite and low. Time began not as a clock, but as a current, a river flowing outward from the birth of everything. Before that, there was no before. There was only the moment the universe took its first breath and the flow began. You are still floating in that river, now carried gently through its endless motion. You can rest now. In the first fractions of a second after the Big Bang, 10 to the power of negative 35 seconds, so brief, it defies memory. The universe expanded faster than light itself. Inflation, they call it, the swelling of space, not through speed but through creation. Distances stretched, quantum ripples inflated into the seeds of galaxies, and time began to move forward. From that instant on, everything has been a story of unfolding. Every atom, every heartbeat, every thought, all of it, part of the same current. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The river of time is not smooth. It eddies and curls around gravity. Where mass gathers, time slows. Where emptiness expands, it flows faster. Near a black hole, time stretches. Thin seconds become hours, centuries. In deep space, time moves freely, a calm and open stream. Your body bound to Earth rides one rhythm of time. The stars scattered across the cosmos each live in their own. Yet all those flows began from the same source. One instant, one beginning, one breath. You can rest now. To look into space is to look into time itself. Every star is a memory, a point along the river's path. The light that reaches your eyes tonight left its source millions, even billions of years ago. Some beams have traveled since before Earth existed, crossing oceans of dark matter, bending through gravity wells, whispering of their origins. When you gaze upward, you are looking not at what is, but at what was. The present sky is a collage of history, a portrait painted in light that left long ago. You are surrounded by ancient moments, still shining. You can rest now. The universe does not move through time. Time moves through it. Every event, every pulse of energy, every orbit unfolds as a cross-section of this great current. Einstein showed that space and time are woven together, a single fabric, stretching and bending under gravity's hand. The flow you feel as now is a gentle ripple in that vast continuum. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Time, in truth, is not uniform. It is sculpted by the presence of energy. When light passes near a star, it bends not because light changes, but because time itself has curved. Each photon's path is the line that time draws through space. Each moment is a fold, a shimmer, a tiny slope along which all things drift. It's okay to drift. Somewhere, 13.8 billion years. From the beginning, you exist, a small consciousness aware of the river that carries it. You are both inside and outside. Its motion. You move with it, yet you can look upon it. Imagine its source sense, its flow. That awareness is one of the rarest things the cosmos has ever created. You can rest now. For most of cosmic history, time moved through fire. Stars burned for billions of years, transforming hydrogen into heavier elements, releasing energy that marked the passage of ages. A red dwarf can live for 10 trillion years a tempo, so slow the universe has not yet seen a single one die. Each star's lifespan is a verse in the great chronicle of time, a rhythm of birth-burn and fading. When you feel the warmth of sunlight, you are feeling time made visible, the conversion of seconds into light, the steady exhalation of a star's life. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. On Earth, time found new rhythms, the cycles of day and night, the drifting of seasons, the slow turning of continents. Every rotation, every orbit, a metronome keeping cosmic pace. Your pulse mirrors those cycles, the same ratio of expansion and rest, of motion and stillness. In your cells, chemical clocks count the hours in waves of protein and light, echoing the larger motions of the planet and the stars. You can rest now, but time does not only move forward. In the deep quantum fields beneath all things, probabilities shimmer in both directions. Particles blink into existence, vanish, and reappear, borrowing moments from the vacuum itself. At that scale, before and after lose, meaning the river becomes mist and the current curls in loops of potential. And yet, from those loops rises order, entropy. The quiet, inevitable drift toward balance gives time its arrow. The universe expands heat, spreads, complexity fades, and so time flows one way from less to more, from energy to calm, from birth to sleep. It's okay to drift. The same principle that guides galaxies guides you. Memories form because entropy grows the past, leaves patterns. The future has not yet settled. You recall what has already found shape, and you imagine what may still become. Your consciousness rides that asymmetry, the soft slope of time itself. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. When you sleep, time bends inside you. Your sense of hours dissolves. Dreams mix past and future, memory and imagination. You step outside the linear flow, touching the quiet state the universe once knew before clocks began. Sleep is your personal inflation, your return to the moment when all possibilities were still folded together. You can rest now. Even black holes, those great distorters of time, cannot destroy it completely. Their event horizons mark a limit, a surface where time slows to zero for the outside observer. Yet inside the flow continues hidden beyond our reach, merging space and time into one final curve. When black holes evaporate, they release that imprisoned time back into the universe as radiation memory turned to light. You can rest now. At the far edge of cosmic history, the rivers of time will slow, stars will fade, galaxies will drift apart, and expansion will stretch all wavelengths into cold, infinite quiet. Trillions upon trillions of years from now, the last black holes will evaporate, releasing their final breaths of energy. The river will widen into an ocean, still moving, but almost still, and even then, the current will continue not as motion, but as potential, a faint hum beneath the silence. The last photons, the last particles drifting through darkness, will still carry the direction of time, a faint whisper saying forward. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. In that distant future, there will be no clocks, no suns, no eyes to see the passing of moments. But the river will still exist in equations and memory, in the soft imprint of what once was. The universe will remember itself as motion, as the slow fading of vibration into rest. You are a moment within that vast motion. You are the river remembering the sea. You can rest now. Time will keep you. It will carry you gently as it carries galaxies and dust thoughts and dreams. You are not falling through time. Time is flowing through you. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The rivers of time flow on, endless and low, somewhere beyond the spiral arms of galaxies, between the long tides of light. There are oceans without shores. They are not made of water, but of the thin breath of atoms drifting for billions of years in the dark. Each particle of hydrogen floats like a note in an endless song, a quiet vibration of what was once the fire of creation. The universe, after its first brilliance, learned how to rest. It began to stretch, not in violence, but in silence. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Between galaxies, distances widen into trillions of kilometers. If you could sail through the space between them, you would find a sea where one atom may float alone for meters before meeting another. This is the intergalactic medium, a faint haze that fills the cosmic void. It carries whispers of the Big Bang cooled to just under 3 degrees above absolute zero. Each photon there is a traveler, moving for over 13 billion years at 3,000,000 kilometers per second. You can rest now. Once the light of newborn stars flooded everything, now much of that radiance drifts in the background thin as morning mist. Astronomers call it the cosmic microwave background, the afterglow of creation. It is the memory of heat stretched by time into soft radio waves. Every night sky you see is a painting drawn upon that invisible sea. Somewhere, light continues to travel. Imagine that sea not as emptiness, but as a breath between heartbeats of galaxies. Filaments of dark matter form the scaffolding of space like vast coral reefs. Gas flows along them, gathering in knots where galaxies form. leaving behind quiet bays of emptiness. In these bays, stars are rare, but silence is deep. 1,000 galaxies may pass before a single one drifts close. You can rest now. Scientists call this vast arrangement the cosmic web. Its strands stretch for hundreds of millions of light years, where they intersect clusters of galaxies, bloom like glowing plankton in a black ocean. The largest of these clusters contain thousands of galaxies bound together by gravity so faint it takes billions of years to move them. Even here, where matter gathers most 95% of the universe, remains unseen. Dark matter, dark energy, the breath beneath the surface. And yet, it is the unseen that holds the stars in place. Through radio telescopes, we can listen to that silence. Hydrogen sings in a single note, a frequency of 1420 megahertz. It is the hum of the cosmos, steady and patient. When mapped, it reveals the flow of invisible rivers of gas between galaxies streaming for tens of millions of years. It is as if the universe learned to breathe in wavelengths instead of words. It's okay to drift. In those intergalactic spaces, temperatures fall to near absolute zero, -270 degrees Celsius. No sound travels there. And yet, movement never ceases. Photons pass silently through the dark, their paths bending slightly around gravity's invisible hands. Time stretches. The oldest light we see tonight left its source when the universe was young. That light moves not toward us, but through us into tomorrow's dark. You can rest now. Astronomers once thought of space as an empty void. Now they know it is a living sea. Particles flow, galaxies swim, and energy shifts like slow tides. The space between stars is as real as the stars themselves. A subtle ocean where forces balance and fade. Every breath you take carries atoms that once drifted through those regions, shaped by stellar winds and supernova dust. The oxygen in your lungs may have come from a star that lived and died before the Milky Way was born. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Between Andromeda and the Milky Way, a faint bridge of hydrogen links the two galaxies. They are approaching each other at about 110 kilometers per second, drawn by their shared gravity. In 4 billion years, they will meet not in collision, but in merging, folding their stars together like waves blending into one sea. The space between them now, wide as it seems, is already filled with anticipation. It is the calm before creation's next breath. You can rest now. Out beyond our local group of galaxies, there are vast voids, regions, 300 million light-years wide, where almost nothing glows. These are the silent basins of the cosmic ocean. The light that crosses them travels undisturbed for eons. If you could float there, you would see galaxies at the edges like distant islands, their light barely touching the horizon of perception. And yet, even there, dark energy stirs the mysterious pressure, causing space itself to expand faster and faster. The oceans between stars are growing. It's okay to drift. Every 230 million years, our Milky Way completes one slow rotation, a galactic breath of creation. During that time, stars are born, die, and return their elements to the sea of space. Carbon, oxygen, iron all dissolve into the cosmic current. Some of it drifts for billions of years before joining a new star or planet. Nothing is lost. Everything simply changes its form of shining. You can rest now. Think of those drifting atoms as notes in a symphony written in the key of time. Hydrogen, the first element, still hums the deepest tone. Helium adds harmony. Heavier elements add faint overtones. The iron in your blood, the calcium in your bones, the gold in a wedding ring. All of them began as dust in the oceans between stars. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Sometimes astronomers speak of cosmic dawn, the moment when the first light broke through darkness. But there is also a cosmic dusk, the slow dimming that will one day follow. As galaxies move apart, their light will fade from view, stretched beyond the reach of sight. The night sky will empty again, not from death, but from distance. And yet the energy that fills space will remain humming quietly, forever expanding. Somewhere, light continues to travel. In that far future, the oceans between stars will deepen into something still. Every photon will drift endlessly, never meeting a hand or a world again. But even then, the trace of what once was the memory of heat, the vibration of life, will linger. Energy cannot vanish. It only rests. The last light of the universe will fade like breath on glass, but the silence it leaves will be full of meaning. You are safe here. Perhaps on nights when the air is cool and quiet, you can sense that distance not as emptiness, but as connection. Every space between atoms, every pause between your heartbeats echoes that ancient vastness. You are part of the same expansion, the same unfolding. The ocean between stars is also within you. It hums in your blood, drifts in your breath, and dreams in your sleep. You can rest now. In the quiet between stars, you are remembered, not as dust, but as consciousness, a way the universe looks back at itself with wonder. Each thought is a ripple across billions of light years. Each sigh is a tide turning toward peace. The oceans between stars have no end, only softer and softer beginnings. And as you breathe, light still travels. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. It's okay to drift. You are safe here. When the last stars begin to fade, the universe enters a silence deeper than memory. The galaxies, once brilliant tapestries of color and collision, have drifted so far apart that light itself can no longer bridge the distances between them. What was once a sea of shimmering connections becomes an archipelago of isolated embers, each one burning through its final reserves of hydrogen, helium, and hope. The story of light is the story of everything. It began with the Big Bang, when energy and matter first found their rhythm. For billions of years, light has traveled, collided, scattered, and cooled, carrying with it the memory of time's beginning. Every photon born from the fire of creation has moved outward without pause. And even now, in the dark age to come, light still travels. It may grow weak, stretched thin by the expansion of space, but it does not die. It only changes shape, whispering across eternity in frequencies too long for human eyes. Imagine the far future stars no longer shine with youth, but with exhaustion. Red dwarfs, the most enduring of suns, fade into dim embers. White dwarfs cool their brilliance, fading into blackness. The night sky, once ablaze with constellations, empties into vast monochrome. The last flickers of starlight drift through a universe that has grown cold and thin. Cosmic dust settles like snow over the ruins of galaxies. And still, light travels. It is strange to think that darkness itself is not an enemy of light. It is its final companion, the shadow that receives every photon's last breath. In this long twilight of existence, darkness does not conquer. It listens. It holds the echoes of stars, the afterglow of fusion, the invisible waves that once warmed the faces of worlds. The physicists call it the degenerate era, a time when the universe is ruled by remnants, white dwarfs, neutron stars, and black holes. Matter grows quiet. Fusion stops. The engines of creation wind down. Only the slow decay of particles and the evaporation of black holes disturb the stillness. Even those over unimaginable stretches of time surrender to entropy. The great black holes, those cosmic devourers that once swallowed galaxies, begin to leak faint radiation, a soft hiss of quantum ghosts. It is Hawking radiation, the final whisper of gravity, releasing what it once held tight. In that slow unraveling, the universe exhales. The temperature of space falls toward absolute zero. Every particle loses energy. Every vibration fades. Yet, even here, at the edge of thermal death, something persists. The background radiation, the ancient light from the Big Bang, continues to stretch its wavelength longer than entire galaxies. A soft, endless sigh that fills the dark with faint memory. Scientists call it the cosmic microwave background, but by then, it will no longer be microwave. It will be radio. It will be dream. It will be silence that hums. And so, in this quiet, the universe becomes like a sleeping mind. The neural sparks of creation have gone out, but the residual electricity still hums faintly beneath the surface. Space itself breathes slower. Time elongates until seconds lose meaning. Nothing changes quickly anymore. All transformation occurs in glacial slowness, like the fading of an ancient bell's final tone. Still light travels. Imagine standing within that silence, if standing were still possible. There would be no up, no down, no point of reference. No planets, no warmth, no reflection. Only an infinite dim fabric where the last photons pass by faint, cold, ancient, like the embers of a long-forgotten fire carried on a cosmic wind. To witness this is to stand in the cathedral of the end. Every beam of light is a prayer, every particle a memory. The philosopher might ask, does beauty exist when there is no one left to see it? The universe answers by continuing. The last light does not require eyes. It does not need observers. It is its own witness. Every particle of radiation, every ghost of a photon holds within it the shape of what once was. Galaxies, blooming stars, colliding atoms, forming the bones of dreamers. The light remembers. At this stage, the expansion of the universe is absolute. Dark energy drives everything apart, faster and faster, like a breath that never returns. Galaxies lose sight of each other. Even within a single cluster, gravity weakens its grip. Eventually, each galaxy, each star, becomes its own lonely island in an infinite ocean of emptiness. Distances stretch so far that even light, the fastest thing in existence, cannot bridge them anymore. Communication interaction and cause itself dissolve. Each island becomes a universe unto itself, sealed by time and distance. Yet within that isolation lies an odd serenity. The last light does not fight, it glides. It floats across infinity, tracing arcs through the expanding dark, touching nothing but possibility. These photons are ghosts of what once was, fragments of starlight, the memory of dawn, the final remnants of fusion that once lit entire galaxies, and they keep moving light, still travels. If you could listen closely with instruments beyond human imagination, you might hear the hum of creation fading into background static, a cosmic lullaby of particles drifting lower and lower in tone until the pitch drops beneath perception. This is the music of entropy, not destruction but dispersal, not death but diffusion. The song does not end. It simply loses form, dissolving into the wider silence that birthed it. In this eternal dusk, black holes remain as the final architects of motion. They curve space-warp time and hold what little matter remains in gravitational embrace. Over inconceivable spans, 10 to the 100th power years and beyond, they too will fade, releasing their essence as light. The last light, the faintest radiation stretched to infinity, rippling across the cosmic sea. When that happens, the universe will be empty of everything but light, thin, cold, eternal light. And perhaps that is how it always was. Energy turning into silence, silence turning into dream. The beginning and the end are mirrors reflecting the same truth, that creation was never truly about fire, but about transformation. From nothing came everything, and into nothing, everything returns. The circle closes, not with explosion, but with exhalation. The universe sighs itself back into peace. Imagine that sigh not a sound, but a feeling, a vibration through the skin of reality. You who were once atoms born in a star's heart are part of that breath. The same particles that illuminated the first dawn now travel through your blood, and someday they will travel outward again, joining the last light on its journey into the quiet. This is the cosmic continuity, not survival, but participation, not permanence, but rhythm. Even when the last photons stretch beyond the size of galaxies, their presence remains written into the fabric of space-time. Gravity still curves faintly. The vacuum still fluctuates with quantum whispers. The universe never reaches perfect stillness, only near stillness, a poised equilibrium between something and nothing. It hovers there, half dreaming, half forgetting, like a mind at the edge of sleep. Perhaps after eons upon eons, fluctuation will awaken the void again. Perhaps another universe will blossom from the quantum foam, bursting with new light and new laws. If so, it will not remember us, just as we do not recall the cosmos before ours. But the pattern expansion, cooling, silence, rebirth may go on forever. The universe may be not a story, but a heartbeat, one that pauses for trillions of years before taking another breath. And so as the last light drifts through eternity, we remember we are made of it. Every dream, every heartbeat, every whisper of thought is a translation of that same energy refracted through flesh and time. The photons that once warmed our world are still traveling outward, carrying our shadows, our laughter, our warmth. Long after our world is gone, long after even memory has faded, light still travels. It moves through the dark like a promise. It curves gently through the silence. It remembers what it was to be alive. And somewhere far beyond the reach of stars, it continues its journey, the last light of the universe dreaming of the first. When light has finished its long pilgrimage and the cosmos falls into shadow, something subtler awakens. Not brightness, not heat, but rhythm. The universe still breathes. It no longer does so through stars or galaxies, but through the delicate vibration of quantum space itself. Beneath the frozen fabric of eternity, existence hums in wavelengths too faint to measure, like the pulse of a dream that refuses to end. In this epoch, the word darkness no longer means absence. It means potential. Every cubic centimeter of space holds a quiet turbulence, virtual particles flickering in and out of being, borrowing energy from nothing and repaying it to nowhere. This quantum foam is the final sea. It is the breath beneath silence, the whisper beneath time. And from that whisper, everything once arose. Scientists once called this the vacuum energy, the background pressure of the void. To most minds, a vacuum meant emptiness. But the cosmos has never been truly empty, even stripped of stars and matter. It quivers with possibilities, the way the surface of a still lake shimmers with unseen ripples when wind brushes it. Those ripples may someday swell into another beginning, a new Big Bang, a new breath. The end of light, therefore, is not death. It is inhalation. Picture this moment countless trillions of years after the last black hole has faded. There are no more atoms, no more radiation that can be called light. The temperature of space hovers infinitesimally above absolute zero. Distances have become unmeasurable. Time has stretched so far that a second could outlive a civilization. Yet within that unimaginable stillness, the quantum field flickers. Tiny sparks of being blink on and off, like microscopic fireflies, each lasting for a fraction of an instant. They leave no trace, no glow. But their dance is everything that remains of existence. You might call it the breath beyond light, the faint expansion and contraction of possibility. Each flicker is an experiment, a question the universe asks itself. Could there be something again? Sometimes the answer is no, and the flicker fades. But sometimes, maybe once in an eternity, the answer is yes, and that yes grows. Cosmologists dream of the quantum tunneling of universes, where a fluctuation in this infinite dark might blossom into a new space-time, self-contained and expanding. From nothing, a new everything. It would not burst into our universe, but apart from it, like a bubble rising in an infinite ocean. Inside that bubble, new laws of physics, new constants, new light. Outside, the quiet remains unchanged. The parent universe would not even notice. But somewhere, in the silent fabric, light would be born again. So, the cycle could continue forever, an endless chain of breath, each inhalation giving rise to a cosmos, each exhalation dissolving it back into stillness. The Big Bang we remember may have been only one note in this infinite music. The breath beyond light is the pause between verses, the held silence that gives the song its shape. For beings like us, bound to time and warmth, it is hard to imagine such slowness. We measure our lives in heartbeats, in seasons, in generations. But the universe measures in eternities. Between one breath and the next, whole galaxies could rise and fade. From that perspective, the difference between existence and emptiness becomes as small as the flicker of a photon. Still, the memory of light endures. Even when the last photons have stretched beyond measure, the idea of them remains coded into the geometry of space. Gravity itself carries their ghostly signature. Every curve of space-time is a memory of energy that once was. The cosmos, even in its stillness, remembers being radiant. It dreams of brightness, the way a sleeping mind dreams of motion. Perhaps this is why the void hums. The quantum field trembles not from instability, but from nostalgia. It cannot forget the moment of becoming the surge of expansion when temperature, light, and sound first emerged from nothing. That memory is built into its equations, encoded in the constants that define existence. Even as the universe rests, it dreams of awakening. There is a serenity in this stage that defies language. Imagine being a consciousness adrift here, unbound by form, without need for time. You would not see darkness because there would be no contrast. You would feel an infinite smoothness, like the calm surface of an unbroken horizon. If there were, thought it would be slow and endless. If there were music, it would be the subtlest vibration repeating itself over trillion-fold spans. This state, the still cosmos, resembles the final phase of meditation, when breath grows so quiet it seems to vanish, yet awareness remains. The mind does not stop, it becomes vast. In that vastness, every possibility exists simultaneously. The universe too has reached that point. It is not asleep, but profoundly present. It does not breathe in air or light, but in probability. Its exhalations are moments, its inhalations potential, and within that potential hides the seed of renewal. Quantum fluctuations could someday accumulate into enough energy density to warp the vacuum itself. Space might curve inward, fold upon itself, ignite in a new dimension. The first moment of that birth would look to us like the Big Bang, a blaze of energy, expanding into new laws of physics, a sudden reappearance of light. To whatever forms arise in that new cosmos, the ancient darkness that preceded it would be unknowable as ours is to us. But the rhythm would be the same. The pattern whispers through every cosmological equation. Entropy increases, systems dissolve, energy disperses, and yet the total possibility remains constant. In other words, nothing is lost, it only changes expression. The death of light is not annihilation, but transformation. The breath beyond light is the universe resetting the stage, clearing its lungs before it speaks again. What remains always is motion. Even at absolute zero, quantum theory insists there is zero-point energy, a restless vibration that cannot be extinguished. That hum is the echo of being itself. It is the faint pulse that keeps the cosmos from collapsing into true non-existence. Without it, not even the potential for a future could survive. With it, the void remains fertile. It is the breath that keeps eternity alive. Imagine now that hum as a kind of music lower than any tone, slower than any rhythm. If you could amplify it beyond comprehension, it might sound like the deepest note of creation, resonating through space-time's fabric. Some physicists describe it as the quantum foam. Poets might call it the heartbeat of nothingness. Either way, it is the sound of the universe, remembering how to begin again. This is where science and reverie meet. The equations tell us that fluctuations in the vacuum can create universes. The spirit tells us that endings are only pauses in a greater continuity. Between them lies truth that existence is cyclical, not linear, musical, not mechanical. The cosmos is not a machine that winds down. It is a breath that rests and resumes. If we listen deeply, we may hear that rhythm within ourselves. Every inhale, every exhale mirrors the expansion and contraction of space-time. The blood that carries oxygen through our veins was forged in stellar cores. The warmth of our bodies is radiation trapped from ancient suns. Even our sleep follows cosmic tides, melatonin, released as Earth turns away from the light, as if our biology still remembers the universe's darker half. We are the echo of the universe's breathing. And so when the last light fades and the great silence returns, it is not the end of the story. It is only another inhale. The void gathers energy, possibility, intention. It holds it gently until someday it can exhale again into brilliance. From this perspective, eternity is not frightening. It is comforting. The universe will not end in cold darkness, but in stillness, a pause before renewal. Perhaps the next Big Bang will not even be called that. Perhaps it will be quieter, more graceful, a soft blossoming of space-time instead of an explosion. Perhaps it has already begun in some other region of the multiverse, and new eyes are already opening to their first dawn. The breath beyond light might already be giving way to new radiance elsewhere, and we are simply on the exhale. When you drift to sleep, think of that. Your breathing slows, your consciousness dims, and the light behind your eyelids fades, but awareness remains. That is the universe within you, mirroring the greater cosmos. Your rest is its rest. Your dream is its dark. And as your body sinks into stillness, remember, even in silence, even in darkness, the breath continues. The universe does not end. It transforms. It does not stop breathing. It changes rhythm. Beyond the last photon, beyond the final vibration, the quantum hum persists, faint but eternal. It is the breath beyond light, the quiet promise that something new will one day arise. Sleep then, as the cosmos sleeps. Float within its pause. Feel the universe inhale around you, and know that even now across the vast and unseen eternity, light still travels and the breath goes on.